YouTube, what it do? Is your boy Benji, and we're back on TV. This is the Ben on TV show, but we in between the ropes. Look, man, we are fresh off of AEW Wednesday episode of Dynamite. If you're new, I have recently got into AEW, and we had a stellar episode in front of us. Slide that boy a like and subscribe. The show opens up letting us know that Jon Moxley and Hangman Page will rematch, so if you got your popcorn ready, get ready. But the true opening is the Young Bucks versus the OUTRUNNERS. This match is the opening round of the AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator Tournament. And it is hilarious to see that as the OUTRUNNERS make their way to the ring, the Young Bucks are already waiting. These guys don't even get a televised entrance anymore. The crowd chants jobbers at the Young Bucks, who really just haven't received any type of respect since they've lost their EVPs. And hey, the mini Hogans are wearing their cigarette attire. Now, after Magnum eats a lot of early damage, Turbo gets tagged in and the crowd is electric. Obviously, the refs do not want the Young Bucks to win. There is a great moment where Mark Jackson hits a low blow, but even though the ref doesn't have a clue in the world, he obliges to a heated discussion with Mr. Jackson, who then retaliates, and then the ref pushes him. This does lead to a quick roll-up from Magnum, who almost steals the win. It's obvious. The Bucks just get no respect, but they do get the win. Of course, the shenanigans don't take too long. Okada shows up to celebrate with these guys, but part of the celebration includes beating the OUTRUNNERS down. Swerve shows up to help the old or young guys, or old guys. I think old is the way to go. And they stand tall. We then get MJF backstage screaming and gloating and chanting about his success. As if you didn't know, he was in the Happy Gilmore movie, which is #1 in the world. Seeing MJF at this stage was a good contrast to the segment a couple seconds before, which was Mark backstage talking about what he's going to do to MJF. But Ricochet interrupts Mark Briscoe backstage and lets him know that there's a bigger picture. He has an opponent for the night. Who's that opponent? Ricochet. Personally, I don't even think that Briscoe realizes that MJF could care less about him. And even though MJF wants to celebrate backstage with his boys of the Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin lets MJF know MVP is not in the building. That was a lot of acronyms. I got messed up there. And he does let him know too. They knew about the fake Rolex. And he's out of the Hurt Syndicate. Big thumbs down, baby. Christian Cage then gets on the mic and lets the crowd know that he is indeed an a-hole who wanted to become the AEW champion. No lie though, for somebody like me who has missed out on AEW over the last few years, they do a great job letting us know what's going on and what's led to this point. He does say that Coke should not talk about him, as they've both done unsavory things to get to the top. And it makes me think about it for a second. These dudes are old as dirt, man. Him and Copeland. Anyways, Christian Cage is then ambushed by the Matriarchy on the ramp, and oh my gosh, he eats a crazy concerto. Now, strangely enough, this match, a lot of us probably predicted was going to be the main event, yet it wasn't. Hangman versus Moxley begins, and dude, tensions are high in the building. Moxley is menacing. And I do say the confidence that he has, in contrast to him being in panic mode and tapping out of All In last week, is stark. It's a very stark difference. These guys' battle spills outside the ring, and Moxley pile drives Hangman on the steel steps. But this dude is too busy gloating to the camera, and where he should have, threw Hangman into the ring and pinned him. But hey, this guy is a former champion. I let him do what he thinks is best. But I will say, these guys can put some solid matches on for real. Anyways, Hangman eats a dropkick, and then Mox picks him up and flips the crowd off. He is prepared to pile drive Hangman Page's skull right into the announcer's table. But he does get reversed, and it is Hangman who plants the top of Moxley's head into the table. Page does not give up, and after a series of submission maneuvers, he eats 2 pile drivers from Moxley, one on the apron and one in the center of the ring, and still kicks out. I did like the moment that when Moxley is on the shoulders of Adam Page, he inadvertently kicks the ref, knocking him out. This opens up a window for the Death Riders to slide and slither their way to the ring. Marina shows up and hands Moxley the belt to clank it off the forehead of Adam Page. I'm sorry, Hangman Page. Great work, but Page does kick out. This dude is invincible. The ref finally comes to and ejects the Death Riders. As they walk to the back, Darby Allin is perched on the balcony like he's Batman. And he jumps into the sea of people. This is what we're getting on weekly television. This is what we are getting. This does lead to a series of buckshot lariats in the ring and a W for Hangman Page. Crazy enough though, it's almost as if the willingness of the Death Riders to cheat led to their loss. But I do wonder what Darby Allin is up to and what he believes his role is to be in the middle of this. Is he like some type of savior? Or is he just taking things into his own hands to ensure that the Death Riders never see success again? Let me know what y'all think. We get Athena and Billie Starkz versus Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. And man, I'll tell you, Athena's smart. She avoids any unnecessary contact with Toni Storm very early. And if you're wondering why Toni and Windsor are tagging together, it's simply because Toni is simply irresistible. There's even a moment in this match where those two get into a ballroom step and turn this into a tag team move. Dude, Toni is must watch TV. Unfortunately, Athena and Starkz are legitimately a unit, and they win this match with Athena securing the win and a pin on Miss Stark, who was unaware of a sneaky tag in. This could mean a lot, as Athena tells the camera, it's only a matter of time. We seen the belt transfer? Let me know what y'all think. MJF finds Hangman Page backstage, and while he gloats, he does question whether or not Hangman is a good guy, because he does make a solid point. What kind of good guy stabs their opponent with a fork? Hangman Page lets MJF know that a route to the AEW Championship will include a match against Mark Briscoe first. And again, I enjoy this. There are plenty of competitors for Hangman Page following his W. You shouldn't only have a W and only have one person ready to fight you. He's got a multitude of people that are after that belt. That makes the belt feel more prestigious. We do get a Willow Nightingale promo, and y'all let me know in the comments below. Am I insane? Because what the heck is Willow Nightingale talking about? Does she do this on the regular? From what I was able to gather, she will be matching up against Tekla. But I feel like I know some women like Willow Nightingale. Some just characters. The main event of the episode was Ricochet versus my boy Briscoe. And I will say, Ricochet is a Power Ranger, like legit. This has been good hoops so far on a Wednesday. And even Briscoe shows out. He launches himself off a chair to the outside of the ring. Brody and Bandito show up to even the odds as GOA was outside watching the match and possibly interfering. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. No bias though. No bias. And after a failed roll up from Briscoe, he hits a Drake driver and wins. Surprising. We do get a rehash of the prior match these guys had at another event, which was an ambulance match, which looked like it was incredible. So let me know if y'all on the Patreon and y'all want to see me react to that match. That match looked kind of fire. I might check it out. But yeah, I'm not mad about this being the main event, but it was tough to come after Page and Moxley. I do like the sequencing and the flow though in this episode. But I did think, where's our 50 belt champion, Mercedes Moné? Is she out there securing somebody else's promotions belt, or what's she doing? Regardless, Briscoe calls out MJF and is ready for a fight right now after he just fought Ricochet. I'm stuttering because what kind of idea is that? Do you think that's a wise way to go? I don't even know why you would think that would work in your favor, but We do get MJF's music, and hey, this might be a rumble. Spoiler, it is not. MJF shows up on the screen, and he lets Mr. Briscoe know that the two of them will be fighting next week in the main event. But if you thought that MJF was not at least 10 steps ahead, think again. A great sneak attack from him leads to him getting on the mic and yelling, shouting, "Who's the coward now?" He did call out the seriousness of Briscoe over the last few days, and I ain't gonna lie, we might be seeing a different side of that dude. In the middle of the bit deep. Dude, what? Dude, this episode's been crazy for me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to start glazing. Is it possible my brain is scrambled because I've been watching good hoops? Is this good wrestling? I've been pleasantly surprised over the last couple weeks. Y'all let me know in the chat. Am I losing my mind? Hey, I don't even want to bring up, you know what I mean? But I gotta say, this is the week of SummerSlam. And right now, AEW refreshed me. I mean, this is supposed to be WWE's biggest or second biggest week of wrestling. It doesn't seem like it. Anyways, back to AEW. Hangman Page comes out and saves Briscoe, and after MJF shows off some excellent running form, I mean excellent, that dude's fast, it is apparent there is another target on the back of Hangman Page. I'm excited to see what them boys is going to be doing over the next week. Y'all let me know. What did you think of today's episode of Dynamite? And what do you think this is going to lead into if we're talking about Collision on the very next week? Patreon, I'm sorry, I need to catch this live. But I'm going to work out the kinks. Comment down below some matches you would like to see me react or catch, or storylines I'm missing out on, and what are some of your predictions? Drop it down below. See you next one.